And here we are to determine the first ever LPW Tag Team Champions. We got the heavy hitters going up against Flip Gordon and Christian Casanova. And this is the opening of Mayhem. The opening match for the tag team titles. Every title will be on the line at Mayhem. And Shea may have just lost his Lockdown Championship the other night to Tommaso Ciampa, but Shea looks, he's starting off really good up against Christian Casanova, who considers himself top talent. Oh, tags in Flip. And, oh, nice teamwork between these two. You know, this team was just recently formed for this tournament and have really exceeded many expectations. But Shea's not going to let that slow him down. He tags Frank in, and, you know, these two beat Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. But then when you look at the team that Casanova and Flip defeated, which was the Road Warriors, you really absolutely, you know, you got both of these teams have a great chance of being the champions. Here at Mayhem, we have the Mayhem Arena, and if you notice, it's a little bigger. We got a Mayhem ring. But yeah, this originally was supposed to be filmed last night, but after Takeover in Your House, I was very tired and ended up going to bed. Doing this before my friend comes. Now we're going to go hiking. I'm going to basically meet him in my driveway, and we'll just walk to keep the 6 feet and do just some social distance hiking. I was just crushing up the water bottle, so it makes it easier for the recycling. And I might try to record these earlier in the day, because if you notice the last 2 episodes I kind of dozed off a little bit, but still managed to record the show. And I'm glad I did, because there were some 100% matches. Frank doesn't seem to want to rush in to help, but I think it's because he had so much faith in Shea that he knew Shea would kick out. Now he knows to get in, but oh. Doesn't, you know, they were on the same page against Myers and Cardona. But is Frank maybe a little upset about losing to Shea in the Lockdown tournament? I'd like to think that's not the case, but I don't know. His body language and kind of letting Shea take the beating from these guys could spell otherwise, but I don't know. These two have been through a lot. See, now he's in. Now we're going to war. Okay. But then again, Frank had stepped away from the ring for a while, but he came back for Lucky Lockdown, and I think it's just getting back into the groove of things. But he'll find his way. I mean, but or did he want to be a singles competitor? And maybe that's what the Lockdown Championship meant. I don't know. I guess we'll have to kind of see what goes on further this match develops. But it looks like, yeah, there could be some communication issues. But I think just Shea wants to let Frank show that he could still go. So And Frank wants to show that too, that so once the two of them do have to go in there to clean house, it won't be a problem. Because they each can take on pretty much both competitors. But you gotta wonder, what kind of shape is Shea in after Thursday's lockdown match against Tommaso Ciampa, losing his title? Who will defend it against anyone tonight? Anyone he wants. Anyone, first person to come out. Open challenge. Oh. That was close. Oh, it took both of them just to get Shea out of the ring. But Frank's not going to waste that time. He's going to soften him up so Shea, when he gets back in and makes the tag, just like that. Oh, Casanova, though. Crowd is losing it. Oh, there's a sign that says it's cool. What is he got planned? No way. A springboard. Oh, misses. Oh. If he had connected with that, that could have spelled the end of this matchup for the heavy hitters. One time for the culture. Beautiful shotgun. Oh, now he knows to tag in the mercenary. I don't know, Frank's not gonna... Oh. Could this be it? Oh. 2.9, that was close. Oh, a shoulder tackle from Frank. That's gonna really change the tide of this match. Oh! Not so fast. Nope, not yet. I mean, winning these tag titles opens an opportunity for the winners of this match. And the teams that they beat in order to win those titles. You know, this is no easy contest. I mean, you think of who the heavy hitters had to beat, Casanova and Flip had to beat to make it to this event. You know, Tony's got to try to get things back under control. I mean, oh. Well, I think they just kind of knew how to start. Well, Tony, I think, was just saying something. But... Oh! Christian Casanova and Flip Gordon are the first ever LPW tag team, lockdown tag team champions. At a 94% approval, that's pretty damn good. And we're back, and it's time for the lockdown championship to be defended. And it looks like it's Ivar of the Viking Raiders, who once wrestled in LPW as, I believe, under the name Hansen, when he was Warbeard Hansen. I don't know, that was before I started going to LPW. But these two know each other very well, believe it or not. Kind of came from the same area, trained from the same teacher. And, yeah, two of New England's biggest stars were also at LPW. A lot of big stars were from New England that were in LPW at one point, since LPW's been running in 2013. I mean, this match is going to be... I mean, they've added more weapons Because you know what Tommaso Ciampa's catchphrase is, no one will survive. Well, I guess now that he's lockdown champion, he wants more weapons in his matches. And it's the champion's advantage. That's another interesting tidbit about the lockdown championship. Uh-oh, there's a glass light tube. These two know each other so well, but when you add 8 weapons into that match, do you still know them just as well? I don't know. But Ivar kind of knows Ciampa well enough that with a weapon to be cautious. So, I guess that answers the question on Ivar's end, but would Tommaso Ciampa know Ivar well enough if, let's say, Ivar picks up that steel chair? Could all bets be off? You know, with a smaller guy like Ciampa trying to lift someone like Ivar up like that, you gotta imagine the physical toll it's gonna take on Ciampa after. Hence the barbed wire bat being brought into this match. But, Ivar, I mean, Ivar is built like a brick house. More than that, he's a Viking. More importantly, a Viking Raider. And he is very durable in this match. A match like this, you could consider maybe a specialty for somebody like Ivar. I mean, we could see Tommaso Ciampa's this could be one of the shortest title reigns in LPW lockdown history. I mean, a 3 to 4 day title run? I mean, oh, but there it is, the fairy tale ending. That could be what he needs to retain his title. Oh, but just when you think you got the advantage on someone like Ivar, he gets this crazy burst of energy. Oh, but wait. Ciampa's got it. Ciampa could go as fast as Ivar is climbing. I just don't think he can catch up to the Blackheart. And Ciampa retains. Wow. And now we are going to decide the first ever Hard Knocks champion. And I have chosen Josh Briggs to take on the man who the title is named after, Mr. No Gimmicks Needed himself, Chris Candido. Why I chose Josh Briggs? Because, well, he's a bit of a Hard Knocks kind of guy himself. And we love seeing Josh in an LPW ring. We all do. Even though chances are he doesn't like us, chances are we like him in an LPW ring. I mean, this one, you know, you're not going to see a lot of, you're not going to see weapons, you're not going to see interferences. This is just two just real masters of the game going at it to determine this championship. I mean, you got to imagine Candido really wants this title because it is named after him. I mean, the whole division basically built for this guy. And now he's, you know, see, this is the unpredictability of LPW Lucky Lockdown. You don't know how. We don't know how. But anyone can show up. Like we saw the Road Warriors Thursday. We got Chris Candido here tonight, and I mean, I thought the Road Warriors were surprising. With someone like Chris Candido, I think LPW Lucky Lockdown has just been raised to a whole new level. I mean, this is only the third match of the night, and we still have five more matches and a battle royal. I mean, there is just so much to talk about on what is essentially the first pay-per-view for Lucky Lockdown. As you see, there's a bigger venue for these events. There's a little more matches. But thanks to Fire Pro time, we can have probably 10 matches a show and still go under an hour. This match has already exceeded my expectations, and I think these two are going to leave it all in the ring because this is what that title means to both of these guys. I mean, Josh with the one-winged angel right there. Nope, Candido will not back down. This is a title named after him. He is not going to take this lying down. He is going to fight until he's got nothing left, and the same can be said about Josh Briggs. Whoever wins this is definitely going to be worthy of that Hard Knocks championship. You know, whoever wins. And another reason I chose Josh was he had made it to the finals of Lucky Lockdown, into the tournament to become Lockdown champion. He had beaten the likes of Vern Vicalo and Dominik Dijakovic. It was a no-brainer. Oh! I don't think Tony saw that. That would have been a DQ under any other circumstance. I don't think Tony saw it. I think there was some fan giving Tony the business. And that could have shifted the tide to give Candido the win. But I took too much time to gloat, and now Briggs is pissed. Oh! That shoulder, though. Tony's worried about his shoulder. You know, I don't blame him. This match, He has been, as much as he's been keeping his distance, he has been keeping a close eye, minus that low blow. But like I said, a fan could have been distracting him here. It's a bigger venue. We've got new fans here tonight. I don't know, this could be it. One. And that's it. Josh Briggs is the Hard Knocks champion for Lucky Lockdown. But, wow, you can't deny the work that Chris Candido put into that match. And, you know, I'd like to see these two go at it again down the road. Up next is the Battle Royal. 8 random superstars, whether they've been a guest or a regular, are all here. We got C.W. Anderson, Ricky Archer, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, Stevie Richards, The Patriot, Mr. Hughes, and Stang. Not to be confused with Sting. I mean, this match... I'm just receiving a breaking news flash that after this match, it was scheduled to be Heath Slater versus Brian Malonis. Apparently, Heath Slater has been attacked backstage, and the match is not happening. However, it will happen on this week's Lucky Lockdown this Thursday. We do apologize to the fans for that, and hopefully we find out who attacked Heath Slater. I know most of you want to point the finger at Brian Malonis, but until all evidence is brought forward, you know, it could have been anyone. I mean, it could be someone in this match. It could be someone in the main event. It could be anyone. You know, I think we're going to have to really investigate this. I mean, what if it was Stevie Richards? I mean, I don't know what Stevie Richards' intentions for attacking Heath Slater would be, but... I mean, you can't rule everyone out. But, you know... Oh, Stang is the first eliminated. Wow. Not much is known about Stang. He is an enigma, like Sting Steve Borden himself. The first elimination, you know, you can be either thrown out of the ring, you can either be pinned or submitted. And the winner of this gets an Opportunity Knocks contract. And I'd also, here at Mayhem, we have another big announcement, which is that our next show, we are going to have a special, at our next pay-per-view event, we are going to hold the Queen of Quarantine tournament. The competitors have yet to be announced, but we will meet the first 2 competitors. We will hear the first 2 people announced on this week's Lucky Lockdown. This is not a championship. This is just simply a tournament to see who's Queen of Quarantine. And I hear we've got some names coming that... Oh, Ricky Archer is eliminated, which you got to imagine is a great upset due to him winning Lucky Lottery here in February 22nd, 2020. You got to imagine that is a big upset. So one of these 6 guys will have an Opportunity Knocks briefcase for a title match at any time they want. how the Queen of Quarantine, I'm just being told, is you have to win your way into this tournament. Because apparently there's going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, is eliminated. Apparently there will be 8 tag team matches, one every week, to determine the Queen of Quarantine. Which is whichever winning tag team wins, they go on to face each other in the opening round of the Queen of Quarantine tournament. So you have to get along with your partner just to get into this tournament, and then you're going to have to fight them. You're down to 5. I expected Myers and Cardona to work a little bit together more in this match. I figured they would have done that, and it would have been down to them in the final 2. But I guess, these two are really they're really not trying to work together as much. Which is a shame because they're such a great team. Oh, C.W. Anderson is eliminated. We are down to the final 4. One of these men is going to make off with that contract. Whether it's pinfall, submission, or ring out, someone's coming home. Someone's going home with that contract. I mean, the action is just all over the ring, and even with only half the competitors left, it is hard to keep up with everyone. Oh, Mr. Hughes stays alive. Almost was pinned by Stevie Richards. Oh, Stevie Richards is eliminated. We're down to 3. We're down to 2. It is down to Brian Myers and the Patriot. Oddly enough, 2 of my favorite guests I've seen at LPW. And no, I'm not playing. This is simulating. I'm simulating this just like I've done every other episode. I mean, could this be Myers' big break here in LPW? And fun fact about Brian Myers, he is, as far as I know, the only former WWE star to have shown up at LPW 3 times. I mean, Brian Myers is really doing his best to really kind of shed the identity of being Kurt Hawkins, and he wants to be Brian Myers, which, you really can't blame the guy. Really trying to, because, Kurt Hawkins, he may have had a very big losing streak in WWE, but the real Brian Myers is not a joke. He's a very serious competitor and has taken many people to the limit. But the Patriot, Patriot is still a little sour about when he tried to go for the tag titles at Star Clash last year and was hit with a chain. Was it a chain? He was hit with a... Yes, he was. And so you got to imagine he wants to redeem himself because he didn't get to team up with his partner Royce Bishop for the rematch. Royce Bishop ended up bringing in Trigger the OG to win the tag titles. So you got to imagine Patriot Maybe if he wins, he might have a new partner of his choosing to try to get the tag titles, or he might want to go straight for the world title against the Walking Riot Callum Thomas, but going up against Retro AG tonight, the title could very well change hands. Patriot's letting people know he's using his head, but taking that 1 second to appeal to the crowd could change the entire outcome of this match. But right now, Patriot's looking good. He's staying on top. I think this isn't going to be a ring out. This is going to be a pinfall or submission between these two. These two are just going all out. There's no way that this could end with a ring out, because these guys are just... They want it this bad. That's how bad they want that contract. I mean, that contract, yeah, it guarantees you a title shot at any given moment. I mean, they could win it tonight and then cash in on the main event if they chose to do so. Couple swinging neck breakers. I mean, he could probably pin him after this. I mean, I don't know who to root for in this one. Because like I said, I enjoyed meeting both of these guys. This could be it. 2, 3, and Brian Myers has an opportunity Knox briefcase for a title shot anytime he wants here at Lucky Lockdown. Wow. Up next is a women's exhibition match. This is not for the women's championship because women's champion is not in this match. We have Aizana going one-on-one with Daphne. And after Daphne's upset victory over women's champion Alicia Edwards last week on Lockdown, you got to imagine that Daphne is potentially considered the next #1 contender. But you got to imagine Aizana was originally, she faced Alicia Edwards to become the Lockdown Women's Champion. So both of these women have kind of a case against Alicia Edwards in terms of trying to get that Women's Championship. But Alicia Edwards will be defending the Women's Championship tonight against Deonna Purrazzo. I mean, this match, you got to imagine, favors Aizana due to the strength and the youth, but, you know, Daphne's just so unpredictable that she could easily pull off the upset, just like she did with Alicia Edwards. I mean, this match could really... It is very difficult to, you know, say one or the other will win, you know, so I do my best to remain unbiased during all of these competitions. I know Daphne has once been Vern Vicalo's manager at one point in LPW, and it looks like she's trying to get back into the ring a little bit. I mean, a win over Aizana and then the win over Alicia Edwards, yeah, I would say Daphne would be the #1 contender. I think that's a fair assessment, but I think we'll leave that for the fans to decide. I think this will have to go to Facebook, and we'll have to say, does Daphne deserve a shot at the Women's Championship? if she defeats Aizana here tonight, I mean, or if Alicia loses to Deonna Purrazzo, is it because Daphne got into her head just days before her title defense? I mean, these are so many variables. But you got to imagine Aizana not happy about not being the first women's champion, could look to take it out on Daphne. And, you know, the powerhouse that Aizana is could really do a number, but like I said, the unpredictable nature of Daphne, the experience that Daphne has, could pull off another upset. But would it be considered an upset considering she's beaten Alicia Edwards? The woman who beat Aizana to become the first Lockdown Women's Champion? There's that craziness of Daphne, that unpredictable nature that could very well win this match. There's that laughter we all know about Daphne, the scream queen that she is. You know, you just got Aizana, the suplex sweetheart, you know, she's, you know, every suplex she delivers, yes, it does a number on Daphne, but it takes that much more energy out of Aizana. So, is she gonna kind of... Oh! Code breaker. I think Aizana is unconscious. That has never happened in Lucky Lockdown history. And Daphne with another crazy upset. I think we're going to have to go to the polls on that one. But what a great match between both women.